If you're thinking about moving to the Melbourne, Florida area, you might have heard about Melbourne's next door neighbor, Palm Bay. So in this video, we'll find out what it's like to live in Melbourne, Florida versus living in Palm Bay by comparing the cost of living and the pros and cons of each city. So stay tuned. Hi, what's up everyone? I'm Realtor Ben, and if this is your first time on this channel and you want to learn everything about what it's like to live in Melbourne, Florida and the Space Coast, make sure you tap that subscribe button. We're getting so many reach outs and we absolutely love it. So if you're planning on moving to Melbourne, Florida and the Space Coast, you can give us a call or send a text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So which city is better to live in, Melbourne or Palm Bay? Well, it depends on your circumstances, what you're looking for, and your budget. So before going into detail, let me give you a quick overview of these two cities. Both cities are located alongside the Indian River and are both just minutes from the beaches. So both cities are great for fishing, boating, water sports, or spending a day at the beach. The Space Coast also has the closest beaches to Orlando and the theme parks. And with I-95 running through Melbourne, Florida and Palm Bay, both cities are well connected and you can get anywhere on the Space Coast very quickly. Even Orlando is only an hour away. But there are also some significant differences between Palm Bay and Melbourne, and the cost of living is amongst the top differences. So let's take a closer look at the cost of living in Melbourne, Florida compared to Palm Bay, Florida. Some costs are very similar. Of course, healthcare is the same as these two cities are right next to each other. Utility costs are 0.3% higher in Palm Bay, while grocery prices are 1% higher in Melbourne, Florida. A slightly more significant difference is the cost of transportation, which is 5.7% higher in Palm Bay. However, the most significant difference is the housing cost, which is 7.3% lower in Palm Bay. Housing cost is usually the main reason for people interested in moving to Melbourne, Florida to consider Palm Bay as an alternative. Now we'll go into more detail about the real estate prices and the pros and cons of living in both cities in a moment. However, keep in mind that you might need additional insurance when you live in Florida, especially on the coast. So when you buy a cash home, you're not obligated to get things like homeowners insurance or flood insurance, but when you get a mortgage, your lender will require you to get homeowners insurance, and you'll need flood insurance if the home is in a flood zone. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a home. Overall, Melbourne and Palm Bay are both great options. Melbourne, Florida was named the #1 city near the beach in the US, and overall Melbourne's cost of living is 9.1% lower than the national average, and Palm Bay's even 10.1%. As far as the economy goes, both cities have employment rates that are near the national average. However, the income per capita is about 19% higher in Melbourne compared to Palm Bay. But again, there is a pretty big difference in real estate prices between these two cities. So let's take a closer look at the different types of homes so you'll know exactly under which circumstances you should buy in Melbourne and when it's better to live in Palm Bay, Florida. So the median sale price for a 3-bedroom home is $265K in Melbourne, Florida and $194K in Palm Bay. And for a 4-bedroom house, the gap is even more significant, with Melbourne's median price being $409K and Palm Bay $240K. So the home prices are a big pro for Palm Bay, and you will often find that homes in the same price range in Palm Bay are in better condition. However, there is a downside to these low real estate prices in Palm Bay. There are different areas of Melbourne, Florida, and there are different areas of Palm Bay. Even though the overall median price is lower in Palm Bay, entire neighborhoods are selling no lower than the 300s, and those neighborhoods are very beautiful. In particular, the neighborhoods at Bayside Lakes near the Majors Golf Club stick out from the rest of Palm Bay, with sidewalks throughout the entire community, beautiful landscaping, and great amenities. However, outside of the Bayside Lakes area, most neighborhoods in Palm Bay don't have sidewalks. So if you want to take a walk without having to drive anywhere, you would probably be better off in Melbourne, Florida or the Bayside Lakes area in Palm Bay. Another pro of Melbourne over Palm Bay is having significantly more dining, shopping, and entertainment options. Melbourne has more than 4 times as many restaurants, bars, and coffee shops per square mile as Palm Bay. There are 3 shopping malls in Melbourne and West Melbourne, like the Melbourne Square Mall, the Avenue Viera, and Hammock Landing. Plus, Melbourne has the downtown and Ogelli districts with lots of bars and pubs like the Cottage Irish pub here in downtown Ogelli. The only larger shopping center in Palm Bay is the Shops of Palm Bay, a strip mall with a Walmart, Publix, Lowe's, Home Depot, and several fast food options. So if you like shopping and dining, Melbourne, Florida may be the better option for you. And by the way, if you want to see more videos like this one, let me know by hitting the like button, and you can also leave a comment to let me know what kind of videos you want to see next about Melbourne, Palm Bay, and the Space Coast. Now, school ratings in Melbourne are about 1 grade better than in Palm Bay. So that's another pro for Melbourne, Florida. Elementary schools in Palm Bay have an overall B to C rating compared to Melbourne's elementary schools with an average A to B rating. Palm Bay's middle schools score a B- on average. In contrast, Melbourne, Florida's middle schools have an average A- rating. Finally, high schools in Palm Bay are also rated B-, while Melbourne's high schools have an average A to B rating. So schools are another pro for Melbourne, Florida. However, a big pro of Palm Bay is the population density, which is 48% lower, meaning fewer people are living per square mile in Palm Bay than there are in Melbourne. That's why even though most areas in Melbourne, Florida and Palm Bay have a suburban feel to them, Melbourne can have more of a tendency towards a smaller city vibe. In contrast, Palm Bay can feel more rural in some areas. When it comes to the things to do in each city, Melbourne, Florida exceeds in fun and entertainment. At the same time, Palm Bay offers more nature and outdoor activities. Melbourne has some lovely nature parks like the Erna Nixon Park, Crane Creek, and the Viera Wetlands. However, they don't compare to the 130 acres of Turkey Creek Sanctuary in Palm Bay with jogging trails, nature trails, and a beautiful boardwalk overlooking Turkey Creek. The 4 miles long Turkey Creek is also a great place to take a canoe or a kayak and enjoy the water's scenic landscape. On the other hand, if you're looking for more fun and entertainment, Melbourne, Florida would be the winner. In addition to all the shopping and dining, Melbourne also offers decent nightlife in downtown Melbourne. Several bars stay open until 2 a.m. like the Butchery, the Foo Bar, or Off the Tracks. The Brevard Zoo is also located in Melbourne, Florida, and offers a lot of interactions with the animals. And finally, the Andretti Thrill Park is located in Melbourne with 5 go-kart tracks, mini golf, a ropes course, a climbing wall, laser tag, arcade games, and several rides. There are twice as many movie theaters and bowling alleys in the Melbourne area compared to Palm Bay. There is also a roller skating rink and a trampoline and adventure park in Melbourne, Florida. So which of these 2 cities is better suited for you? Well, it depends. Let's stack up the pros and cons against each other and see when it's better to be living in Melbourne, Florida, and when you want to move to Palm Bay. So the overall cost of living, including housing, transportation, groceries, healthcare, and utilities, is about 1% lower in Palm Bay. Real estate prices in Palm Bay are significantly lower, especially for 4-bedroom homes. Prices can be almost half. And finally, population density is considerably lower in Palm Bay, which means more space for fewer people. So those are the main pros for Palm Bay. On the other hand, Melbourne, Florida has more than 4 times the restaurants and bars and coffee shops per square mile than Palm Bay. Melbourne also has significantly more shopping and entertainment opportunities like the malls, the downtown and art districts, the zoo, the Andretti Thrill Park, and more. Most Melbourne neighborhoods have sidewalks and the schools are on average 1 grade better rated than in Palm Bay. So what's more important to you? In Palm Bay, you may be able to find a much larger house in your price range. Homes in your price range could also be more updated or renovated in Palm Bay. Especially if you need to find a 4-bedroom home on a budget, you should look into Palm Bay. And you can quickly drive to all the fun things to do because I-95 connects Palm Bay to Melbourne, Florida. However, keep in mind that the Palm Bay neighborhoods with nice sidewalks and pretty landscaping have much higher sale prices than the city average. The median sale price in the communities at Bayside Lakes is $280K for a 3-bedroom home, which is almost the same as what you would pay for a 3-bedroom house in East Viera. So don't expect to get a perfectly manicured neighborhood on a budget in Palm Bay. However, when it comes to 4-bedroom homes, the Bayside Lakes area's median sale price is about $50K lower than in East Viera, which is a very well-maintained community in Melbourne, Florida, and a hefty $173K lower than in West Viera. So again, proving the point that when you're looking for a 4-bedroom home, you should check out Palm Bay. Also, if you're looking for a home with more land, you definitely want to check out Palm Bay. The median price for homes with half an acre or more is $165K lower than in Melbourne. So if you're looking for that rural feel while being just minutes away from everything Melbourne has to offer, Palm Bay could be the perfect spot for you. But just because Palm Bay has lower real estate prices than Melbourne, Florida, does not mean that Melbourne has high real estate prices overall. The housing cost in Melbourne is still 18.3% lower than in the rest of Florida. That's one reason why Melbourne was named the #1 city near the beach in the US. You have low real estate prices, yet it's just a few minutes to the beaches, which are also the closest to Orlando's theme parks. So if your budget allows for it and you want to have a lot of shopping, dining, and entertainment nearby, you might want to focus on Melbourne, Florida. Okay, look, I live here, I work here, and I know the neighborhoods. So if you're thinking about moving to Melbourne, Florida and the Space Coast, you can call or send a text 24 hours, 7 days a week because we got your back with moving here. I'm Realtor Ben, and I'll see you in the next video.